Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Measure What Matters by John Doerr. Author John Doerr realized the game-changing potential of metrics and KPIs. OKRs are a set of goals for an organization that are meant to be flexible, attainable, and transparent so that employees can work together effectively to achieve their goals. They also advocate a growth-oriented worldview that can aid businesses of any size in reevaluating their management practices and realizing their full potential. OKRs were developed in the author's 1970s time at microchip giant Intel. OKRs were the brainchild of Andy Grove, one of Intel's co-founders, whose foresightful management was crucial to the company's growth from a local startup to the multinational powerhouse it is today. Naturally, OKRs played a significant role in his methodology. The author heard Grove speak at one of his seminars, where he emphasized the importance of taking knowledge and turning it into action in order to achieve OKRs. He elaborated on the role of key results in determining whether or not a goal has been attained. During Grove's 11 years as CEO of Intel, the company grew by an average of 40% annually thanks to his implementation of this management system. OKRs help businesses stay on track to achieve their objectives by limiting them to a manageable number, 3 to 5 key results per objective, and a specific timeline. The author suggests quarterly OKR setting to keep up with the rapid changes in today's markets. CEO Brett Kopf of the education startup Remind used OKRs on the author's advice to grow the company to include millions of users. With 300,000 daily downloads, Remind hit it big in 2014. And Kopf knew his team of 14 needed to buckle down if they wanted to keep the company growing. He gave Kopf some background on OKRs, which proved extremely useful later on, when Remind's rapidly expanding team faced the daunting challenge of determining how to allocate resources most efficiently. Being open and honest about one's objectives has been shown to boost drive. OKRs aren't just for the company as a whole. They're used at all levels of the organization, from teams to departments to individuals. Top-level and individual OKRs must be aligned once they are made public for an organization to achieve their full potential. This means that employees' OKRs at the individual level must be congruent with the OKRs at the company level. Google's 20% time concept allows engineers to devote 1 day per week to work that they believe will help them achieve Google's top-level OKRs. Because of this approach, Gmail became the most widely used email service in the world. However, achieving alignment is not always simple. The MyFitnessPal app created by Mike and Albert Lee found that a sizable percentage of its users' OKRs were misaligned with the company's strategic objectives. The Lee brothers took action by calling a quarterly meeting of department heads and identifying teams that would need to be involved in order for their OKRs to be successful. OKRs are a great way for businesses to monitor their progress and make sure they're on the right path. A study conducted in California found that friends who recorded their goals and updated their pals on a weekly basis were 43% more likely to succeed. Google, for instance, regularly holds meetings once a month at which workers discuss their progress toward quarterly OKRs. 4 choices are available at any point in the quarterly OKR life cycle. Google assigns each OKR contributor a color from 0 to 1.0 to indicate the degree of success with which they have achieved key results. OKR contributors can evaluate their progress toward their key results using this color-coded scale. Research supports the efficacy of stretch goals, showing that stretched employees exhibit higher levels of motivation, productivity, and engagement. Stretch goals are OKRs that present a significant challenge to OKR contributors. OKRs at Google are split up into 2 groups: stretch goals and committed goals. Research supports the efficacy of stretch goals, which are OKRs that pose a significant challenge to OKR contributors, finding that stretched employees show increased motivation, productivity, and engagement. Google's stretch objectives fail about 40% of the time, despite the fact that they are intended to be met with 100% success. However, if sufficient funds are available, the rewards for reaching stretch goals could be substantial. Chrome, Google's web browser, for example, has long-term goals of making surfing the web as easy and fast as reading a magazine. Although the target of 20 million weekly users wasn't met until early 2009, the development team never lost sight of the prize. More than 1 billion people are using Chrome on mobile devices in 2018. Integrating OKRs with ongoing performance management is a great way to foster open communication and a positive atmosphere at work. More than 50 of the Fortune 500 companies now use continuous feedback and recognition conversations, or CFRs, in place of traditional annual performance reviews. In CFRs, both parties are able to provide and receive immediate feedback and acknowledgement, The most crucial information presented here is that objectives and key results are a game-changing tool that can inspire businesses to rethink their management practices. Together with regular conversations about performance, OKRs can lead to a healthy and high-performance workplace culture by allowing organizations and teams within them to continuously set, track, and achieve goals in a transparent and accountable way. As both Google's Larry Page and Apple's Steve Jobs alluded to when they said innovation means saying no to 1,000 things, it's important to keep this in mind when setting organizational goals. Only 3 to 5 goals can be set per quarter, forcing leaders to determine which initiatives are truly important to their company before allocating resources to them.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries, and feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.